Hey everyone, this is Germ and this is College Pro Tips, a series where I help out the younger among you guys still in college or just going into college, with things you may be having problems with or things that can help make your time at college a better experience. Now, as you're listening to this, if you live in America, you're most likely on Thanksgiving break. And Thanksgiving break is awesome because it's really close to the end of the semester, and you're probably starting to get overwhelmed if you've got a lot of big projects or papers or things due at the end of the year. Thanksgiving break is a really good opportunity just to go home and chill and forget about it, right? Well, maybe not. You know, depending on your course load as a freshman, maybe you were able to just pack your car up, head home, and you have no worries for the better part of a week. Believe it or not, that is not the case for most upperclassmen. Once you get later on in your college career, you are most likely going to have to be bringing some work home on breaks. Most likely. Now, if you really kill it when you get assignments assigned to you, then you may not have a whole lot of extra work to bring home with you. You know, if you're really diligent, if you really stay on top of your workload. But even then, there is the possibility that you will just have too much to do to go a whole week without working on it. So you might have to bring some home. But we're not going to talk about that today necessarily because you're probably already on your break at this point. So if I was telling you to bring work home, you probably still left it at school. So you're on break. You're going back in less than a week, and you probably have 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks before finals. After my Thanksgiving break at the school I went to, I had about a week and a half before finals. So you may be in a little bit of a panic right now because your grades haven't quite been what you wanted them to be or quite what you thought they were going to be. Maybe college has kind of surprised you. Maybe your professors didn't turn out to be quite as nice as you were expecting them to be. Maybe you slacked off and played a lot of World of Warcraft and Call of Duty or Battlefield, hey. And now you're kind of behind and you're a little worried about your grades. Well, I'm going to tell you two things. The first thing is don't be too hard on yourself. You know, your first semester of college for you freshmen, that is a time where a lot of people make a lot of mistakes, where they slack off more than they should, where they just waste more time than they should, take classes they don't really need, stuff like that. You know, it's your first semester. Depending on how long your college stay is, you could be taking like 8 semesters, you know, even if you're just getting an undergrad degree. So this is the first of 8. Think of it that way. You know, you don't have to have it perfect, but you don't want this to dictate the rest of your college career if you did a poor job. If you know that you slacked off some, or you weren't studying like you should, weren't doing your work like you should, and you're worried right now on break, it's okay. You can fix this. Not necessarily by the end of this semester, but you don't have to do this next semester. Hopefully you will have learned enough this semester about how motivated you are when you don't have your parents around, how much you actually go to class, things like that. Hopefully you will have learned enough that you know what you need to change for next semester. You know what you need to do differently. So that's the first thing, is I'm telling you, don't really worry about it. You know, you made a bunch of mistakes. Everyone does. You can pick yourself up. And the second thing I want to tell you is that you need to have a plan. If you haven't been doing that well, if you're someone who's listening to the advice I just gave about not letting you affect you if you messed up some, if you're looking to turn that around, you need to have a solid plan. Let's say you have 2 weeks when you get back to school before finals start. You need to sit down today, make a list of all the assignments you're behind on, everything you need to have done. Now, I mean, that could be reports, papers, little busy work things for some of your easy classes you just never got around to doing. Even if you're behind on a lot of them, do them and turn them in. You know, I've talked about in previous videos, most college professors, they're there to help you learn. They want to help you. They want to be in your corner if you are willing to put in the work. And even though you might be late on some stuff, there's a greater chance they'll have mercy on you when it's time to grade things if they see that even if you turned in some stuff late, you did turn it all in and you did do all the work. They're much more likely to be lenient on you and to grade with that in mind. So sit down right now, write down everything you need to get done and when it was due. And then if there's a bunch of like little easy things on that list, knock them out as quick as you can. Maybe it's stuff you can log in online and do really quickly, or maybe, you know, if it's a paper, it's like a 1.5-page paper or something. A lot of freshman papers are like that. Maybe it's something you can just bust out in an hour or two while you're at home bored on break or something like that. You know, I'm not asking you to spend your whole break working. I certainly never did that. But if you're worried about how behind you are, this is the time to take control of it now. You may not be able to bring your grades up to A's or B's by the end of the semester, but you don't have to just give up. And that's like a lot of people do with dieting. You know, they go on a diet and then they mess up and they're like, oh, well, today is shot. I guess I'm going to go get a half gallon of ice cream, sit on the couch, watch Storage Wars, and eat till I hate myself. You don't have to do that, you know. Just because you messed up, it doesn't mean you have to keep kicking yourself while you're down. You know, sit down, make a list, plan out what you're going to do, and then attack it. You have a couple more weeks left in the semester, and try to go out on the biggest bang possible. You know, and maybe you will be going into your next semester much better than you would have otherwise. You know, there always is the chance that you'll do all this extra work, you'll turn it all in, and then you'll still get C's or D's because you really just didn't do a good job this semester. You know, there is that possibility, and if you're in that position, I'm sorry, that sucks. I mean, I know you're not thrilled with having spent as much money as you probably did this semester, you know, on your education, only to not get good results. It happens, and sometimes it takes a semester or two for people to really get serious. If that's what's happened to you, you know what? This is an excellent opportunity to turn this thing around. So if you need any advice on prioritizing for your finals or anything like that, get in touch with me. If you have any questions about how to best navigate finals or anything else relating to your college experience, please leave it in a comment or send it to me in a direct message, and I will do my best to answer it in a video or in a private message if you don't want everyone hearing about it. So guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.